Cranford. Here's Alex.
Hey, Mike. Yeah, and the rain is pretty much wrapping up as we speak. So if you're waiting to get outside for lunch or whatever plans you have, you're going to have a drier afternoon ahead. And the showers and the thunderstorms, really the bulk of the stronger storms especially, have moved out now over the Mississippi Sound or coastal Mississippi and farther along the Gulf Coast. For New Orleans, we still have a good bit of rain around the West Bank and into New Orleans east, but parts of Kenner, River Ridge over toward Metairie, and a big chunk of the northern edge of New Orleans now drying out. And if you haven't dried out yet, you will be in the next few minutes. Also, just tracking again that hail core with that severe warned storm that traced south of New Orleans from around Homa and then on toward Lake Salvador and farther out into St. Bernard Parish. That has now moved out, but we did detect on radar, and we were tracking it for you on WWL Plus, where that hail core was, and we did see the potential for quarter-size plus hail with that cell, but now it's all moved on out to the east. Tracking when the rain will end. Again, it will be in the next maybe half hour or so for pretty much every location, as we're just wrapping up with the final bit of rain as we speak at 12:15. As we look at our temperatures, kind of cool out there. We're in the 60s and not much wind is around yet, but we may actually see our winds picking up a bit. There's a wind advisory until 4 p.m. today for winds from the west up to about 30+ miles per hour. So just a heads up, you might have a couple of gusts even as we see the rain moving out right now. 4 p.m. we're making it maybe into the lower and middle 70s already. We could see some sun returning. Incredible to believe after this stormy gray kind of morning. 7 p.m. just the slightest chance for an evening shower. Models were hinting we could see a little reformation of some rain in this evening, but not sure if we're going to see that after all. Just the slightest chance for that to happen. Rainfall totals today, ½ inch or more. The lakefront 0.8 inches, Belle Chase well over an inch or so. Other spots north of Lake Pontchartrain, which got in on the heavier rain earlier this morning while it kind of skirted away from New Orleans for the early hours. Slidell near an inch, Baton Rouge exactly an inch, and Biloxi about an inch. Also, our high wind gusts, check it out, up to about 40 miles per hour for some North Shore spots. But look at Baton Rouge, 78-mile-per-hour gusts. That was around 7 a.m. and that was for sure the highest wind gust that we had in the area recorded. Other spots south of the lake, not quite as gusty. Our satellite and radar, you can see, does bring this next kind of partly cloudy or mostly sunny spell to our area as the storms chase off to the east. We have a front which will weaken as it moves in, and tracking with our high resolution model here 2 p.m. and then on toward 4, 5 and beyond, we're looking pretty quiet. Again, maybe just a little bit of a chance for maybe a stray shower or two this evening, but not a lot of us will see that, I think. Today, our high temperatures will be around maybe middle 70s. We should see some sun warming us up a good bit, southwest winds. And then as we move into tonight, with the moisture around and with that front not really definitively moving in with a lot of cool, dry air totally changing the scene, it's actually going to continue somewhat similar with a bit of humidity and fairly warm temperatures. So tonight we'll be around 60 and we could see some patchy fog. Now at the middle of this week, you'll notice that northwest flow, it'll be bringing in some drier air. So tomorrow and Wednesday, I think, are the 2 days that will have some patchy fog potential for the morning. But then it does move in with dew points dropping back into the 50s, our high temperatures dropping a little bit as well. And that should, I think, limit the fog potential more by Thursday and Friday. Next weekend, we've been talking about it already through the weekend, that it looks like the coming weekend will have some rain. So some things rescheduled, like the Irish Channel Parade, St. Patrick's Day Parade rescheduled for Saturday. We'll have to watch that rain chance there. Looks like by Sunday, we may have just a few spotty showers left over.